quiet. Have you ever heard a voice long after it's gone silent? A whisper that echoes across the vast emptiness of space. 20 years ago, a pioneering mission named Pragati left Earth. Its destination, a distant world. Its goal, a new home for humanity. The crew sent one final, chilling transmission before they vanished without a trace. It said, "We've arrived, but this place, it seems to know us." After that, only silence. No signal, no debris, no explanation. They were simply gone. Years turned into decades, but the mystery of Mission Pragati lingered. So, a new crew was assembled for Mission Anusandhān. Their objective was clear: travel to the same planet, now codenamed Planet Zero, and uncover the truth. As their ship pierced the alien atmosphere, the view was unnervingly serene. A vast, metallic blue plain stretched to the horizon under a pale white sky. There were no storms, no clouds, no signs of life, just a profound, uncanny calm. It was a world holding its breath. Suddenly, a series of frantic beeps shattered the quiet of the cockpit. The sensors had detected the impossible multiple human life signals scattered across the surface below. Everyone froze. Their blood ran cold. There shouldn't be anyone here. The Pragati crew was lost 20 years ago. Cautiously, they prepared for the first EVA. As the shuttle door hissed open and the commander's boots touched the ground, the planet itself seemed to react. A soft tremor ran through the soil, and a faint rhythmic sound began, like a giant heart slowly beating. With every step they took, the ground seemed to remember, creating perfect duplicates of their footprints just ahead of them, as if they were following ghosts. The crew pushed their unease aside and began setting up camp. They unloaded supplies, erected habitat modules, and powered up their research systems. The work was grueling, and by evening, a deep exhaustion had settled over them. One by one, they retreated inside, ready for a well-deserved rest. But Planet Zero was not ready for them to sleep. Just as darkness fell, a thin blue mist began to rise from the ground. It started as a faint wisp, then grew thicker and thicker, swirling around their camp in a silent, glowing fog. And within that ethereal mist, shapes began to form. What they saw was deeply personal and terrifyingly real. Each person saw something different, a phantom tailored just for them. One astronaut heard the gentle, chiding voice of his late mother. Another was confronted by the visceral memory of a mistake that had haunted him for years. A third saw the smiling face of a friend she had lost long ago, reaching out from the fog. The illusions were perfect, pulling at buried grief, guilt, and regret. One of the crew members, a scientist, fumbled for his camera, desperate to document the phenomenon. He pointed the lens at the swirling shapes, but the screen showed nothing but the glowing blue mist. The camera couldn't see it. Whatever was happening, it was all in their minds. The next morning, the mist was gone. Shaken but resolute, they returned to their duties. They had a mission to complete. They took soil samples, analyzed the atmosphere, and recorded gravity, temperature, and water vapor levels. The initial readings were normal, almost too normal. But then things started to get strange. The data was inconsistent, fluctuating wildly from one moment to the next. The oxygen level would spike to breathable levels, then plummet to zero. The surface temperature would drop to freezing, then suddenly soar to scorching hot. It was as if the planet itself had a personality, its mood shifting unpredictably. On the third day, a new kind of dread set in. They tried to contact Earth to send a status update and report their bizarre findings. But there was no response. The transmitter was working perfectly, yet their signals were swallowed by the void. After hours of frantic calculations, the communications officer delivered the grim news. Planet Zero's peculiar orbit created a communication blackout. They would only have a clear window to contact Earth once every 15 days. They were isolated, they were alone, and they had to wait. That night, the mist returned, thicker and more menacing than before. The visions became more intense, more aggressive. Once again, each crew member was forced to confront their own private hell, their failures, their broken promises, their deepest, most buried guilt. Some squeezed their eyes shut, trying to block it out. Others tried to run, stumbling blindly into the fog, only to find the phantoms waiting for them. There was no escape. The planet was inside their heads. The days that followed were a blur of sleepless anxiety and fruitless research. The team collected terabytes of data, but found no patterns, no answers. At night, they'd huddle in the ship, listening to faint, human-like whispers echoing through the corridors. The ship's internal temperature would spike without reason. Sleep was a forgotten luxury. By the fifth day, hope was a flickering ember. The communications officer tried the transmitter again, a desperate shot in the dark. Still nothing. No signal, no hope of rescue. They were trapped. Just as despair began to consume them, the mission commander, scanning the horizon, noticed a faint shimmer in the distance. A glint of something that didn't belong. Fueled by a sudden surge of adrenaline, they ran towards it. There, half buried in the shifting blue sand, was a tattered flag, India's tricolour, scorched and faded by time, and beneath it, a damaged data module from the original mission. It took hours of painstaking work, but they finally managed to coax the ancient device back to life. A broken voice crackled through the static, the last recording of Mission Pragati's commander. "We understand now." The voice rasped. "This planet, it doesn't kill us, it doesn't attack. It shows us our fears, our regrets. It holds them up for us to see until we forgive ourselves. It won't let us leave." A profound silence fell over the camp. The crew of Anusandhān just sat there, the words hanging in the air. Finally, someone whispered, "Maybe. Maybe that's the answer." And so, one by one, they began to talk. Truly talk. Not as a crew, but as people. They shared their failures, their regrets, the secrets that had fueled the nightly terrors. The commander spoke of a choice that cost a life. The scientist confessed a fraud she'd committed in her youth. For the first time, they weren't running from their pasts, they were facing them, together. As they shared their burdens, something incredible happened. The planet began to change. The intense, accusatory blue glow of the mist softened into a gentle, peaceful white. The fog itself began to recede. The unsettling trembling of the ground stopped. Then, inside the ship, the control panels flickered back to life. The main display, previously dark, lit up with a simple message. Launch path clear. A new voice, not from the radio but from all around them, seemed to whisper on the wind. A voice that felt ancient and wise. It said, "Those who accept themselves are free." Slowly, the ship lifted off from the blue plain. Below them, Planet Zero shimmered, no longer menacing, but calm, almost serene. When they finally returned to Earth, scientists eagerly examined the recovered data module. Inside, they found the complete, uncorrupted final message from Mission Pragati. It read, "We were never trapped here. We were trapped inside ourselves. This world is a mirror reflecting everything we hide. If anyone hears this message, know this. Don't run from your fear. Understand it. Forgive it. Planet Zero isn't a prison. It's a teacher." Today, Planet Zero still orbits its distant star, but humanity no longer fears it. They know the way home isn't found by running from the past, but by learning to live with it. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.